Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Thursday, Ratapu. Lovely to see you again. And a special hello to Zane. Zane, I've checked my email and I saw you made a wonderful rocket. It's so exciting. You'll have to count down from 10 and blast it off to the moon, won't you? That's really cool. Very exciting. Okay, boys and girls, as you know, we're learning about the letter F this week. And F is for fish. Yeah, swim, swim, swim. He's our little fish. Well, he's quite a big fish really, isn't he? He's not little. Let's see if we've got any other words to look at. Here's my list. Here it is. We'll read them together, shall we? Remember, F sounds like that. F for fish. And F for fun. Fish, there. Fly. Fur. Food. Finger. Flip. Flop. For. Foot. Feet. Fairy. Frog. Ferry. Family. Farm. Flying. And of course, friends. There's a lot of good words there, aren't there? Have you thought of any more? Why don't we climb aboard our spaceship? Would you like to fly to the moon with me? Neat. Here it is. Are you ready? Get ready, because we're going to take off soon. Or blast off. Climb aboard the spaceship. We're going to the moon. Hurry and get ready. We're going to blast off soon. Put your helmet on. Buckle up really tight. Here comes the countdown. Let's count with all our might. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! That was fun, wasn't it? Maybe, Zane, you could practice this with your rocket. That would be neat. Now remember yesterday we talked about orbiting. And we talked about how our Earth orbits around our Sun. Now our Sun, in case you didn't realise, is actually a star. It just looks really big because it's very, very close. It's our closest star. Our Earth orbits around the star or the Sun. I'll show you. Here's our Earth. Now our Earth orbits around, which means goes around like this, all the while spinning. I have to show you. Like this, around the Sun. It orbits around. It takes one whole year to orbit around the Sun. A whole year. That's from when you turn 3 to when you turn 4. Or when you turn 4 to when you turn 5. So it's quite a long time. It takes a whole year to orbit anti-clockwise, the other way to the clock, around the Sun. Now, our moon also orbits, but it doesn't orbit around the Sun, it orbits around our Earth. And it goes like this. Around the Earth. So it's busily going around the Earth while the Earth is orbiting around the Sun. And what keeps it here? What keeps it in orbit? What keeps the Earth going around the Sun, orbiting around, and the Moon orbiting around our Earth? What keeps it? I'll tell you what it is. It's called gravity. So gravity is what keeps you on the Earth. It's what holds you down and stops you floating away. Now, if you take a trip to the moon and you try and jump on the moon, you'd go very, very high because there's not as much gravity on the moon. And the reason for this is our Earth is very, very, very massive. It's very, very big. And the moon's a lot smaller. So the moon has less mass, which means it's a lot smaller. The Earth is much bigger, so the gravity is much stronger. For example, being on Earth, you do a jump. You jump as high as you can. And gravity pushes you back down again quickly. Push, like that. So you are jumping against gravity. You're pushing, but you come back down again fast. If you're on the moon, if you did a big jump, your biggest jump, you go high, 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 very high. You could even jump as high as your house. That's because the moon has less gravity because it is much, much smaller. Which is really interesting, isn't it? So boys and girls, you probably, if you're 4 or 5, or around that age, you probably weigh about 20 kilos on Earth. But if you went to the moon, you'd only weigh about 3.5 kilos. That's not even as much as 2 litres of milk. So when you did your jump on the moon, you jumped very, very high. It'd be good fun, wouldn't it? Imagine being able to jump as high as a house. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? Imagine that. Now, the law of gravity, or the rule, is everything that goes up must come down. You can test out this rule, or the law of gravity, by using your ball. You have to do this little test or experiment outside. What you need to do is you need to throw your ball as high as you can and see what happens. Will it come down or will it float off into space? Who knows? Could test it out. You could use different things to throw up in the air and see what happened. Just like a real scientist. But remember, the law of gravity is everything that goes up must come down again. Okay, boys and girls, your fun activity today is to get a piece of paper and see if you can draw a picture with the sun, the moon and the earth in it. And you could show Mum and Dad how the sun is in the centre and the earth travels around, anti-clockwise, around the sun, and how the moon travels anti-clockwise around the earth. You can tell them all about, it's called an orbit, isn't it? When it travels around, it's called orbiting. Very cool. You could even talk to them about gravity and teach them that everything that goes up must come down. Well, have a lovely afternoon, boys and girls. Ka kite. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for some more space fun. Off to the moon. Bye-bye.